Hi, it's Mr. Burden. In week 3, you have this assessment to do called W3, which stands again for week 3, teaching keyboarding article. One of the things, so essentially what you're going to have to do, you'll see when you read the directions, is that you're going to have to read an article, and while you're reading, I want you to annotate it. There's a really awesome way that you can go ahead and do so on a desktop computer using a thing called Diigo. So I'm going to show you how to essentially use that. First thing to add Diigo, you just want to make sure that you are logged in to your School District of Waukesha account. And I can see that I am over here. You can see the M Burden at Waukesha. Then all you need to do is go ahead and Google Diigo. Notice there's two I's, G-O, Chrome extension. Go into the store, Chrome store, and then yours is, I've already added it, so it says added to Chrome. Yours is going to say something like add or something along those lines. Then it's going to go ahead and add, and you'll likely see it pop up over here. So now how to use it. So you'll see in the directions, when my expectations for annotating is I just want to see that that you are thinking critically about what you're reading. So just give me your thoughts, ideas, arguments, opinions, claims, facts. Like basically tell me what you're thinking when you read something. I'll provide a little example. So I'm reading this article, which you'll see in the directions is really the audience for this is teachers, but I think it can really apply to you as well. So I'm reading this article, and I'm just going to skip the part that I had an interesting idea because I've already read this article. It says, times have changed. Schools can no longer prepare students for the workplace of the future without providing them with skills necessary for using computers competently. One of the necessary skills is, of course, keyboarding. Unfortunately, as schools have concentrated on teaching students to use computers and obtain information, they have paid little attention to teaching them how to type on the keyboard quickly, accurate, and with correct technique. So right here, I have a thought. So all you need to do is highlight it. You're going to see right there, this is Diigo. Now that you have added this is going to come up when you highlight it. Then click this little comment, and this is where you can write your thought. I'm going to say, this is so true. Many of the schools I've taught at have so many students who still use the hunt and peck method. What could we do differently? And then I go and I click save, and there's my annotation. So it's right there. You can see it. Now the important thing to also note is, so essentially what you're going to do is in the directions I say you have to give me at least 2 annotations per subheading. This would be like a subheading right here. The intro, consider that its own subheading even though it just has like the title before it. But then you have your youngest students, so give me 2 in here. When to begin, and you can go to the end of the article and you can see that on your own. Now the important part is then how do you share this with me? So this is important, so pay attention to this. So here's how I want you to submit is if you go right here, click on this, then you go down to this button right here, it says share this page, click it. This Diigo link right here is going to come up, copy it. So I'm going to go Control C, you could right click and go copy as well, or you could click this, go copy. Then, if you go back here, it says right in number 1, this is where I want you to go ahead and paste your annotation. So when you go in here and you're responding to number 1, maybe in the right submission box, you could also use a Google Doc. Just make sure it's in your course folder that we did in week 1. I always want you to number your answers. Just go ahead, paste your Diigo link. Okay, then press enter, go to number 2, and this is where I want you to answer number 2. So all number 1 is I want to see that Diigo link. What's going to happen is when you submit it to me, I'm going to be able to click on that link and I'm going to be able to go in and see your annotations. So that's an easy way to go ahead and annotate. I've done this in some classes before, and it seems like it's gone real well for students. So I hope this is helpful, and thanks for watching.